This video is about a message I received from somebody who's interested in the online training that I'm offering. And he made a comment on his message, a nice comment that gets me to reflect about the online training. He says, he knows how different I am compared to a lot of the instructors out there. And he says that I seem to really care about the traditional martial arts and understand the true meaning of what it means to be a martial artist. Okay. Um, He says he has a lot of respect for me and that he's interested in learning more about the online training that I'm offering and a little bit more about what each package would give him. Alright, so I just want to comment on that. Um, I don't I don't know who's teaching out there. I don't know who are the instructors out there that are good. I don't know who are bad. You know, all I know is what I know about the martial arts and what I want to represent. Now, as far as people teaching it, I think that's a very difficult thing. You know, teaching anybody to get to a high level, specifically within the realm of the martial arts, is not an easy thing to do. You know, if you look at great people in certain arts, and even certain crafts, certain sports even, like they were able to get to a high level themselves, but who have they trained themselves to get to a high level? You know, when you think about great people in basketball, for example, like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, who have they trained to get to their level? Michael Jordan, and his son, like you don't see his son excelling the way that he has been able to. But you do see it with somebody like Mayweather, like a family thing where Mayweather senior has been able to effectively nurture and develop Mayweather Jr. to get to a very high level. Um, but it doesn't happen in mass scales. It's like was just one person. You know, when you look at the realm of the martial arts, you look at Bruce Lee, Jet Li, you know, people like that. Like which great martial artist has been able to train somebody to get to a high level as like themselves? You know, Bruce Lee, who has he trained, you know, to get to his level? Really nobody. But he has served to be an inspiration for thousands, if not millions, of people all over the world to get good at not just becoming a martial artist, but it could just be to become a better person. And he didn't really necessarily have to meet these people directly and say that they're his actual official students. So being an artist, you can inspire people in many ways. But to actually teach somebody and have somebody under your wing to get to your level, that's a whole different story. If you look at the legend himself, Bruce Lee, you know, he died before. I mean, he died unexpectedly, and his son wasn't able to even train with him that much. And his daughter as well. And his students just got glimpses, you know, but nobody's even come close to the people he has interacted with to get to where he was at. So teaching the martial arts, I think it's a very difficult thing. You know, it doesn't come easy. And what I notice is that I've been teaching people directly, and I see how difficult it is to get them to reach very high levels of development. And that makes me question the online training and its effectiveness, not just through my own efforts, but almost in any teacher's efforts. Like, if you got students, if you have students that are directly in front of you that are having a trouble, they're having trouble, progressing, to a certain level, then how can the people online excel beyond the people that you teach directly when there's even less interaction? Because there's students that I train, once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, and it's I see them 2 hours each day. They can interact with me on the phone. They interact with me directly. I get to know them. I see, you know, how they are. They see how, they learn about me. We spar together whenever we want. We exercise together. We work on combative drills together. Every time they make any type of mistakes, I'm there to correct it right away. I mean, the interaction, they have my time right there, you know, directly. And even with that, it's a challenge for them to grow rapidly. So when it comes to online training, and I don't really interact with these people quite often, you know, not nearly as much as I interact with the people directly, like, how can their growth, how could they grow and excel at high levels when there's so little interaction? And that becomes the challenge. And most of my energies are directed towards trying to get my students that I train directly to a higher level. And then my motivations to be online are not really necessarily to teach the martial arts. It's more so about teaching about life. But if you view martial arts as a way of life, then it's in a way that I am teaching the martial arts online, but not in its entirety, because of the combative element being something that I feel should not be indiscriminately or distributed to anybody. I don't have a problem helping people get fit. I don't have a problem, you know, teaching people about meditation. But the combative element is something where I feel only the right people should learn that element. And I hold very strong to that way. Um, and I refuse to just, you know, put out random videos teaching people all this stuff about combat when I don't even know who I'm teaching or interact with the people that I'm teaching. So, online, in order to advance within this school, there's a lot of self-training required. You know, you have to train a lot in the fitness, like almost pretty much like every single day. You gotta do fitness every single day. You gotta stretch, and you gotta do that on your own. You know, you could use the help of my videos, of which I've already produced, but you have to do it. I essentially have come up with a simplified version of what I feel is an adequate curriculum in order to develop to become a proficient martial artist. And that's essentially what people are seeking for instructors or teachers for, is they want the teacher to simplify the method for them, because there's already thousands and millions of teachings out there available. And the true master is the one who's supposed to simplify all those teachings, not all those teachings, but to simplify, to come up with a simple method to head towards the direction of truth and advanced development within the martial arts in an efficient way. So I have come up with my own method, and it's a simple method that incorporates the development of the body, mind, and spirit. But the people that are watching my videos right now, they're already learning important aspects of the martial arts, but they're just not learning it in its entirety. So the people that become my online students, they will be allowed the opportunity to learn it in its entirety by having the combative element integrated into the teachings in order to develop as a whole. So I broke it down into three things: body, mind, and spirit. The body development is the fitness development as far as strength, cardio endurance, agility, speed, flexibility. You know, like the proper way to train as a martial artist, not to train as a football player, a bodybuilder, a tennis player, a soccer player, whatever. No, to train as a martial artist. So my training methods for physical development are specifically for the martial arts. And you need to follow those guidelines and develop yourself accordingly, pretty much putting effort in that every single day. And I've already put out so many training videos with certain methods that I have that you should follow. So that is an element that's already shared to the public, but I don't really produce extra videos on top of what's already out there because, as I stated, my time is focused on the people that are paying for my time, and they're not paying for me to put them out there in public like that. So after I'm putting my time in their development, I don't really have time left to put into the online any longer because my time has been taken up for the people that are paying for my time at that moment. But in the past, there's already a lot of videos that I've created that are helping people with the fitness development, and it's just basically you got to do that every single day. So that part is necessary. That's already out there. Okay. The next part is the meditation. That is a lot on your own, striving towards wisdom and truth, reading a lot of books on your own, watching the meditation videos that I share, even the philosophia videos that I share about life. A lot of it is integrating teachings of meditation. And that is being shared consistently since I've been on YouTube. Even to this day, I'll consistently put out meditation videos out there. So a lot of the meditative teachings are actually very far developed on my online presence than even so when I train people directly. When I train people directly, there's not that much time put into the meditation. They need to come to the meditation classes that I offer every week. And in addition, we might have 10 minutes, 30 minutes a day to work on the meditation. But that essentially has to be developed, and that is your own effort. Not just watching the videos of which I share, but striving towards learning more about meditation and bettering yourself in meditation. So those two elements are your responsibility as an online student: the fitness aspect and the meditation aspect. Now the only aspect that's left is the combative aspect. And that is the only aspect that I have not put out public. I've put out demos. I put out progress videos, sparring videos, because that's part of my art. I love sharing, I love watching and sharing like sparring videos, because to me that's like part of my art. It's like my drawing, it's like I'm not teaching people how to draw, but I'm just showing them my drawings, sharing them. Just like Bruce Lee, he's not necessarily teaching you step by step how to do this, how to do that, but he's just sharing you his art of choreographing a fight scene according to his vision of what is real. And when we spar, it's like our way of sharing a part of the martial art, and I love sharing that. Or just demos of us utilizing training equipment. We're sharing, but we're not necessarily teaching. It's like Michael Jordan playing basketball. He's not teaching you how to play like him, but he's just playing the game. And then by watching him play the game, you can learn, but he's not really like, you know, somebody that's officially there guiding you as a teacher. He's just somebody who's expressing himself, and that's what I like to do. I like to express myself in the combative element of the martial arts, but I'm not teaching it. I'm only teaching it privately. So private online videos is a new thing that I've developed. And my main focus are my students that I train directly, and then the online opportunity is something that I just recently developed to get people involved that are truly interested and right for what I have to share. It's at the beginning phases of development, and it's not going to be so thoroughly comprehensive as some of these other online schools out there, because that's their main focus is teaching people online like how to fight. But that's not my main focus. My main focus online is really teaching people the way of life of a martial artist. That's my main focus. The meditation, the health, the fitness, and then the last part is the combat. So the people that want to learn the combat from me online, I've streamlined the development to simplify it into, once again, the fitness, the meditation is up to you. As far as the combative element is concerned, I've decided that people are going to be learning the tiger form of which I created. There's 3 parts to the form so far. They will be learning the tiger form, and they will have to demonstrate proficiency in the tiger form at an adequate level before progressing on to the phoenix form. The phoenix form is a form that I created that is designed for the use with the wooden dummy. Now, you can't practice the form without a wooden dummy, but if you want to be good at sparring and defending yourself, you're pretty much gonna need the wooden dummy. The tiger form, you don't need the wooden dummy. Okay? So you'll be learning the tiger form. When you demonstrate proficiency with the tiger form, you will start learning the phoenix form. The phoenix form so far has 3 parts to it. And then you will need to integrate safe sparring into your development. Now, how are we going to approach that from online? That's the question. But it's necessary for your development as a martial artist. Otherwise, all this training becomes useless when you don't have a testing ground to ensure that what you are training in is actually effective for you. But that, so far, are my ideas of where to start. It's essentially Tiger form, Phoenix form, safe sparring. Safe sparring has to happen like in person. So that part needs direct training. So there might be it might be that you would have to develop yourself in Tiger form, Phoenix form, save up your money, and visit the Coon, visit me directly to receive the training and the safe sparring in order to complete the development. So the fitness of which I have online, the meditation of which I have online, and then the private teachings would be the Tiger form, the Phoenix form, and then the safe sparring. That's how I have it broken down. If you can get those three elements, then the next things that will follow will be weapons training. We might start off with the firearm, more than likely. And then we might get into knives, batons, then maybe the nunchucks, and then the swords, so on and so forth. But that's what I feel will be the route that I'm going. So $10 a month will allow you to have some basic set of videos to start with. And you will be starting off with the Tiger form. Now, because you're only paying $10 a month, you know, you're not going to be getting thousands of lessons. You're just going to start off with 3 lessons, work on those 3 lessons before requesting the next 3. I don't want people collecting videos, so if you plan on requesting like 100 videos within the first month, it's not going to happen. You need to put effort into developing yourself in every single lesson that I share with you. And I don't put a limit of how many lessons that you're going to get in a month. But at the same time, I think what a reasonable amount would be maybe 6 lessons a month you might get. So then every 3 lessons you should maybe work for like 2 weeks. And then another 2 weeks go by, then you could request for another 3. But it really depends. You know, if you feel that you're really ready for the next lessons, then you gotta share with me your progress, and if I can verify that your progress is up to par, then I'll share with you more lessons. But I'm not here for people to just start requesting more and more lessons when they're not even showing me what they're doing or that they're even practicing. Because when I train people directly and I'm teaching them something and they're just clearly not getting it, why would I progress on to the next lesson when they didn't even get lessons 1, 2, and 3 down yet? Why would I go on to, 4, 5, and 6? I already visually see that they're not ready to go on to the next level, so I'm not going to keep going on when they're not ready. So the same thing has to happen with the online. If you're going to keep requesting videos, more and more videos, then you're going to have to show me through video that you're ready for the next lessons. But if you're requesting 3 lessons every couple of weeks then no verification necessary. I'll just keep sending you the next 3 lessons because you're showing, you're not, you're not going overboard with your requests. Okay, so that's essentially how I got it set up. All right, you're gonna be learning the Tiger form first, and the Tiger form is not an easy form to learn. Almost everybody that I train directly, they have a really difficult time learning the Tiger form. They might be good at boxing, they might be good at wrestling, they might be strong, they might be fit, but they don't have the Tiger form is very difficult for them to learn. Phoenix form as well. So there's a lot of time and dedication required to get good at these forms. As far as the different options available, there's a $10 a month that I got, $20, $30, $40, $50, whatever the case may be. The different options is just simply signifying how much of my time you deserve. So if you're just paying me $10 a month, you're going to get the minimum of my time because you're only paying me $10 a month. When people I train directly, there's people that pay me $100 a month, there's people that pay me $150, there's people that pay $200, there's people that pay over $300 a month for my time. They're paying for my time. So the more money you pay, the more of my time you're going to get. So the more questions I will answer, the more explanations, the more one-on-one time I'll have with you. So meaning, say you're paying me $10 a month and then you have a question, then hey, maybe I might make a 5-minute video response every week for you because you are paying me $10 a month. But don't expect any more than that. Because essentially people are paying for my time. And the more money you pay, the more that you're showing you're appreciating my time. And then I'll make more time for you. So if you pay me $20 a month, then I might make 2 video responses for you every week or something like that. I mean, it's just, we might have more conversation, we might have more conversations on the telephone about your progress and your development. We might have more conversations on Skype. I'll put more attention to you. Essentially this is what's going on. My priority are the students that I train with directly who are paying me the most. And then the next priority are my online students who are paying me $10 a month. And then the last priority are the people that aren't paying anything. So the more money you pay, the higher up you get on the list of priorities of whom I'm gonna make time for. So that's essentially just setting the difference between $10 a month, $20 a month, $30 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month. I've been here long enough. Been here over 5 years. I've been here long enough to understand that I'm not gonna make much time for people that are not paying for my time. When I got a handful of people that are paying for my time, they will always take priority over the people that are not paying. That's the way of business, and that's what makes sense when you get to this level of teaching. Essentially, I need to have people value the martial arts more opposed to devaluing it and expecting it for free. It's no longer going to be free. And if I'm going to start at $10 a month, my goal is to make the minimum $20 a month, and then $30 a month, and then $40 a month, and then $50 a month. My goal is to steadily increase how much I charge. So when I started teaching, when I was young, I might start teaching for free, and then eventually I might start teaching for $5 an hour, and then $10 an hour, and then $15 an hour, and then $20 an hour, and then $25 an hour, and then $30 an hour. My goal is to continually try to put effort to make more money for my time to put more value in the martial arts. I'm not going backwards anymore. So that's why you don't really see that many instructional videos coming from me out there anymore, because I don't have the time for it. Back when I first started the YouTube, channel, I made a lot of instructional videos because at that time I was unemployed. I was on unemployment, and I had a lot of time and a lot of energy to share. But I don't have that time anymore. My time goes into working, training people directly that are paying for my time, and then my time goes into my family. Okay, so this online training is my way to separate the people that truly want to be my students for the martial arts, aside from the people that are just observers, or people that are just um, spectators. So the people that are paying are the students. The people that are not paying are essentially spectators. And that's pretty much, when you start paying, you become a more important element towards the growth of the school, to show that you want to become a part of what I'm doing to develop the school together and train to become a martial artist, opposed to just talking about becoming a martial artist. So essentially my goal is to develop a group of martial artists that I train directly, and then eventually a group of martial artists that I train online that may eventually become a part of the training directly. Like, you might be training with me online for 5 years, and then finally you find the opportunity to come here and visit and train with me directly, and meet the students that I train directly as well, to become a part of the community of this school, or the family of this school. Because right now the subscribers I have is about 30,000, 32,000 subscribers. But those are not 32,000 students. Those are essentially 32,000 spectators. The people that are paying for the online training are the students. And there might be 5 of them. Out of 32,000, there might be 5 of them. And those 5 are the ones that I'm going to put my energy towards, to try to get them to develop themselves to be complete martial artists by integrating the body, mind, and spirit. The spectators have access to the fitness training in FMK. The spectators have access to the meditation training in FMK. The spectators have access to the combative demos of FMK. But the spectators do not have access to the private teachings of the combat elements of FMK. Only the paying online students will receive those teachings. And that's pretty much what it is. Another way to put it is like people paying for my time. So say you're training with me directly. You come once a week, then you pay $50 a month. You can come twice a week, you pay $100 a month. You come 3 times a week, you pay $150 a month. So the more money you pay, the more time that you get to spend with me directly. Same thing online. If I got 3 different packages, $10 a month, $20 a month, $30 a month. You pay $10 a month, that's like you get a certain amount of my time. You pay $20 a month, you get more of my time. $30 a month, you get even more than that. So the amount of money that you're paying per month is just basically indicating how much my focus will be on your development. I might take more time towards watching your videos, analyzing videos to give you more feedback on what you need to do to improve. You know, we might make more regular updates on your progress, things of that nature. Okay, so that's essentially what it is. And I've decided at this moment that it will be according to this curriculum. Because the thing is, because you're not training with me directly, I'm not going to just be teaching you whatever you want to learn. It's going to be a certain method that you got to follow that's going to have to stay a certain way. Because this teaching curriculum is not just developed for you, it's developed for for all the online students. So you need to pretty much prove yourself that you are putting in the time to learn the Tiger form in order to gain the right to access the Phoenix form. Once you learn the Tiger form, then you gain access to the Phoenix form. You learn the Phoenix form, and during that time that you learn the Tiger form, you learn the Phoenix form, you need to try to become present here in Chicago and train with us directly to receive the training in the safe sparring. I'll tell it like it is. Without the training in the safe sparring, you will not you're not going to be able to truly be capable in the techniques. You need the training in the safe sparring, and not just with anybody. You got to do it with people that are capable, that know what they're doing. You can't run away from that. And there's no excuse, because I'm here. I'm here to conduct the safe sparring with you. My students are here. It's just a matter of finding a way to get to Chicago to train with us in the safe sparring. So that is the way that I planned it. Once you do the safe sparring and you get an adequate amount of experience in it, then you got it. You know, then there's so much that you could do online, and the possibilities are endless. The safe sparring to me is almost like the way Muslims are about going to Mecca. Like, you gotta go to Mecca at least one time in your life or something. Like, that's how they are. Like, and some of them go at least once a year. Like, you need to do it. If you want to be a martial artist, you gotta do it. If you don't plan to ever visit Chicago and do the safe sparring, then it's almost like, don't expect yourself to be proficient in sparring. You can still practice the fitness, you can still practice the meditation, you can still practice the combative forms, but don't expect to become advanced in the martial arts and be truly capable of defending yourself. The safe sparring is absolutely necessary. Safe sparring also might be considered compared to like going to the gun range and actually shooting the gun. Like, you might own a gun, you might go to the classes on how to use a gun, but you need to eventually take time to go to the gun range to use the gun before you could claim yourself to be proficient with the gun. So safe sparring is like that. Okay. But if you don't ever visit, you don't ever do the safe sparring, it doesn't mean that you can't learn online. You can still learn online. I'll still teach you. But I'm just saying, you're not going to really be proficient. You know, you'll be learning it as more of just a meditative practice, like learning how to dance. You know, like, it's not any pressure to make sure that you understand what you're learning to its fullest extent, and that it's been tested and everything, and you know, that's pretty much how it is, you know. And that's fine. You know, I don't not everybody has to spar, but I'm just mentioning this for the people that are truly interested in developing themselves in that area. Like if they really want to learn better how to defend themselves, if they really want to learn how to get better at sparring, they're gonna have to do it. And that cannot. There's no way that I could offer have you progress in say sparring without training with you directly, face to face. I could teach the fitness, you could do that on your own. I could teach the meditation, you could do that on your own. I could teach the combat forms, you could do that on your own. But safe sparring, you cannot do on your own. It doesn't work that way. Okay. So that's pretty much what it is, and I'm not here. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the love. And essentially, honestly, like, I'm not trying to exploit the martial arts for profit. And you should see that because I don't care to just teach anybody. I'll be lucky if I can even connect with 5 people that are truly loyal to this school online. If I could do that, then that's fine. 5 students and I never find any more, at least I gave it a try. That to me is what's important. At least I gave the opportunity for the people. There is no excuse now. People cannot say, "Oh, it's too much money," because I'll tell you right now, if you don't want to pay $10 a month because you think it's too much money, then the martial arts is not for you. You know, because anybody could afford $10 a month. There's absolutely no excuse. You know, if I was asking for like $100 or $200 a month, I could understand. But if you can't even afford $10 a month, then you don't belong in this school at all. You know, you pretty much become a spectator. Okay, fine. You know, and I don't even care. It's only $10, so if there's not people that there's if I can't even find enough people to appreciate what I have to teach to even give $10 a month, then I'm gonna write it off as I tried, I did not succeed. Because I refuse to teach the combative elements of the martial arts for no pay, for free, online. No way. Not me. You could find hundreds, if not thousands, of teachers out there, so-called teachers out there teaching the martial arts for free, but it's not going to be me. And if I don't even find one student, so be it. I'm not going to prostitute the martial arts for free to just anybody. No way. I'm trying to locate people in this world that appreciate the martial arts. And the way to show appreciation is through giving back. So, money is one way of giving back. And if it's not going to be money, then you better come up with some way of giving back that is going to be a benefit towards the school. So I'm looking for people to give back. And I'm okay with not finding students, because then it just means that the people aren't ready. And if they're not ready, then I need to find some other area to focus on to teach, of which people are ready. And that's why I always go into the fitness element to locate fitness clients, to help them in those areas as I am available as a martial arts teacher for those who are ready. But if people are not ready, then I simply won't teach. So that's what it is. I've already specified in one of my videos, I feel that less than 1% of the population are ready to learn the martial arts. And I accept that. I can never make a living off of just the martial arts. It just doesn't work that way. So, I'm here for the people that are serious. I'm here for the people that are loyal to this school.